Radio boys, welcome back to this week's episode of the Kian and Connor Show. My name is Connor Moroney and I'm joined by my man Kian Blackman. How you going today, brother?
Good, mate. How are you?
Mate, fucking fantastic. Some big shit going on this week. You're shooting off to the land down under this afternoon.
Yes, cannot wait. 18 hours in the air.
And what's the reason again? How many weddings you got?
I've got 2 weddings back-to-back weekends.
Yep.
Which is going to be extremely large. And then just so much other little events planned around the entire month.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a bonanza.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking jelly. Get to go back, see what's happening. We're also, like, if you haven't understood already, we're banking up a couple of episodes because we knew that Kian's going to be fucking off for the month. We've all got shit going on, so we're banking up a couple. So once at the end of March, that's when shit will start to be live again. But anyway, let's get the fuck into it. This is sort of our weekly segment, Banff News, but for me, it's more this one in particular. It's more Canada. And I don't know, like, did you ever watch the old movie with Bill Murray, fucking Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
So I found out.
Not in a while.
Not in a while.
Yeah,
to be honest, like, for those that haven't, fucking get out from under that rock, baby. But it's basically fucking Bill Murray keeps living that day over and over and over. And I can't remember the beginning, but I'm pretty sure it's because of Groundhog Day where they wake up the groundhog. Yeah. So I've only just realized that it's fucking real. I only just found out, dude, about Groundhog Day, and it is the fucking funniest thing that has ever, like, come to my brain, dude.
How they dress up in, like, the old, like, fucking
dude, ye oldie bullshit. And, bro, it's just completely wild. I can't believe they do it, and it's so funny that Canadians, like, full get around it, and it's a thing. So Groundhog Day was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. My girlfriend showed me, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. I was so pissed off at her because I was like, why the fuck haven't you, like, told me about this? Because I would have gone to Ontario. I would have gone anywhere where it was, bro. It's the sickest thing ever. So for those that don't know, basically each year there's Groundhog Day, and some shitty fucking provinces like BC and Alberta, they'll have, like, some bloke dressed up like a groundhog and he gets up, and basically the whole thing, what it encapsulates is they're trying to figure out, will there be an extra couple of weeks of spring, or is the winter going for another 3 weeks? And it's all determined by whether this groundhog wakes up and sees its own shadow. And most of the places, right, they'll actually have a real groundhog, and they wake it up. They have it in this, like, fucking little cage overnight. They wake it up in the morning, and there is, like, thousands of fucking people in the crowd waiting there to go bonkers. And in Ontario, their groundhog is called Wyatt and Willie.
Wyatt and Willie.
And, bro, it's like 8 a.m. in the morning. There's like 5,000 fucking people crowded around this fucking groundhog, and they're all standing there going, wake up, Willie! Wake up, Willie! Wake up, Willie! And I'm like, I don't know whether it's just the part of me that loves, like, going to sport games, concerts, everything, but, like, I want to fucking be there, dude. I want to be going, like, wake up, Willie! Fucking wake the gun up, let's go! And then after that, dude, they'll wake up the groundhog. He'll may or may not see his fucking, like, shadow, and then they'll be like, he saw his shadow. Everyone's like, yeah, there's going to be 3 more weeks of spring. And everyone's like, yeah. Like, it's the wildest fucking thing in the world. So I started, like, looking at all of them across, because they do them in the States as well. But I just want people to kind of, like, I'll try and clip in a video on Instagram and shit. You'll get the audio here, but this is, like, the vibe, right? They're all so dressed up like they're all hunting for Captain Jack Sparrow, dude. They are the full ye oldie fucking English losers, dude. So let's see if I can get this going.
Oh, Canada! Today, from the lands of Canada's prognosticator, Wyerton Willie, he's honored, nay, he's absolutely thrilled to welcome you all to his town.
Now, help us! We're his town criers! Yes, it's time to wake up Willie, if you please!
As we ask God's blessings upon Canada, all together, let's wake up Willie!
Wake up Willie!
Wake up Willie! Wake up Willie!
Wake up Willie! Let's hear it! There he is, everybody! Wake up Willie! Wake up
Welcome, Wyerton Willie!
fucking
Now the
groundhog,
mayor
dude.
is going to lean in. He's going to talk to Willie, going to communicate.
get ready.
We'll just kind of watch and be quiet and listen.
Oh.
They're checking for his
Oh,
shadow.
wow, that was so quick.
3, 2, 1.
No shadow, which means early spring.
Early spring. That's a
And then everyone just goes fucking apeshit. I'm like, isn't this the wildest thing in the
most
world?
Canadian thing
So,
ever.
oh, bro, it's awesome. So then they've also got another one in Punxsutawney, which is in Pennsylvania. Is that right, Dean? Yeah, Punxsutawney Phil. And dude, same thing, but they've got the same sort of setup.
That's the Groundhog Day movie. That's what he's
Right.
bounced around this guy.
Punxsutawney Phil.
yeah, yeah.
This one is way more intense, bro.
This one's lit.
So they've got the groundhog named Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil did not see its shadow at Gobbler's Knob.
Gobbler's Knob.
From Shubenacadie Sam.
It's Punxsutawney Phil!
And everyone just goes nuts and is like, Phil, 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 Phil. And like, I just find it hilarious that this tradition's like carried on, and it's such a funny like little thing where it's like they've got a real groundhog, and like everyone goes apeshit, and I get involved. Like I would love to be there in the crowd. So I was talking to this guy at work who he's like my beacon of source of Canadian culture, and I was like, I walked into work gobsmacked after hearing about Groundhog Day, and I was like, dude, have you seen this shit? Like, it's fucking wild. Like, it's so sick. Like, I want to go apeshit for a fucking stupid groundhog and just like take the day off work, dude. Just go fucking scream at Pakistani Phil. But
Pakistani
Phil.
Pakistani
Phil, dude. Oh, dude, that's actually so funny because at school there was this kid from Iraq. His name was his name wasn't Pakistani Phil. His name was Wadia, and for 5 years, everyone knew him as Wadia. And then on the last day of grade 12, like day before he graduates, he goes to everyone, my name's actually Phil. and we're like, what, dude? Like no one cared, but we're just like,
what do you mean?
5 years,
Phil,
bro?
dude?
And like led it to the last day. He's like, I'm Phil. I'm like, you can't go from Wadia to Phil, dude. Like, it's just too different.
Oh, he's staying as Wadia.
Oh, yeah, he is Wadia for sure.
I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, mate, if he wants to be Phil, we'll call him Phil. But anyway, back to the fucking groundhogs. So I was talking to my mate about the tradition, yada, yada. And there's one in Nova Scotia called like Saxbury Sam or some shit like that. Saxbury Sam, let's just call it that. I could be wrong. It's along those lines. But he was telling me that apparently like 10 years ago or whatever, they were getting ready for it the night before. They've got the groundhog in the fucking box, rada. And then the next day they wake up. And you got to keep in mind, right, like the crowd to these things, 20% of them are guys like me that are like, they're going for the fun of it. They want to go scream at the fucking groundhog and get amongst it. But then like the majority of it is like family. Like it's like a fucking kid about there waking up the groundhog. They're like, woo, go Phil. But this one, Suxbury Sam, they put him in the box, everything like that. Whatever, they have the same ceremony, wake up the next day, open up the box. What does Sam see of the shadow? Fucking died in the box overnight, bro. So they obviously closed and put pokety fucking holes in that box.
It's gonna be a long winter.
Oh, baby, winter is coming and winter is staying, dude. But just imagine that fuck up and you got all these like kids and shit everywhere and you're like, oh, he's dead.
He's dead.
He's fucking dead, dude. Oh, we fucked it. We fucked it.
Oh,
But
that's hilarious.
yeah, it's I don't know. It's just like there's something fun about the whole Canadian. I find all the Canadian shit to be like very like jovial and very like kid friendly, very like I don't know, there's an element of like fantasy to it in a lot of aspects, like Sasquatches and fucking like I don't know, it's just like all celebrate the animals like moose and shit, like it's all so like fucking
mystical,
fun and silly, like and fucking Groundhog Day to me is the be all end all. we need to kind of have our own sort of Groundhog Day, I think. We need to find something in our life where it's like an animal or something where we can like predict shit.
But it goes for the summer.
Yeah, exactly. Or just like, are we going to win our bet on the weekend? You know, like we can boil it down to anything. Like, is the first beer going to taste like the first sip of your beer, if it's cold or warm, like your bet's going to hit or not? Like, we're going to have our own like little fucking Saxbury Sam. Anyway, we'll get back onto sort of initial arrivals to Canada, and I guess this could apply anywhere, but Kian's got a little bit of advice for you if you're looking at nestling your way into Canada, being a foreigner.
Yeah, well, it's advice, but maybe it's more like something not to do. And it's when I rocked up with a few mates, Matt and Brady, shout out, and we were staying at one of the hostels here in town at the start, and there was, in a hostel, there's a million people coming and going every day. And then the one chick rocked up, I won't say her name, and it happened to be her birthday, the day that she rocked up, and she was in an ecstatic mood, drinking. Like,
where's she from? Aussie?
Aussie. Yeah. She's drinking away, having a grand old time, gets to 3 o'clock in the morning, she's going to bed, and she's on the top bunk, climbs up at 3 a.m. Oh, I think I feel a bit sick. She projectile vomits in an 8-man room.
Oh.
Right? Spew. So don't do this. If you're rocking up, this is not what to do.
You'll be tempted to, but don't.
Because the beers taste good, but trust me, do not do this. She spewed, and because she was on the top bunk, was paralytic drunk. She just spewed onto the girl underneath her bed.
Oh.
And she reckoned, some of the boys that were staying in the room told me, they're like, bro, so they have curtains in the dorm. She spewed on one of the curtains, and then it was just a shower of
vomit. Oh, bro.
The girl underneath packed her shit up and just left.
You have to.
Didn't even say anything. She just was in such a filthy mood that it was
wait, the girl that got vomited on, or the vomitee?
Yeah,
the
she just packed up.
Vomitee.
She just went down to the front desk and was like, "You need to put me in another room."
Oh, 100%, dude. As soon as someone else's bodily fluids are on you, you've got to readjust your living situation, you know?
And that girl that did the vomiting, I think she left within a day. Just head down, just see you later.
And I'd say this is advice for anyone that's coming to any ski town in Canada in general. What you won't realize, you think your life's going to be fucking sick, and you're going to rock up and you're going to be in this sick house, and it's going to be 2 levels, and it's going to be dope, and you're going to have all your friends there.
Fireplace, there's sick ass fireplace.
Fucking the hot chicks everywhere, and you're living it the fuck up, and you're skiing from your front door straight back that afternoon to a fucking beer waiting for you.
Into a jacuzzi.
And you're never going to have to work, and it's going to be life in heaven. No.
Not at all, dude.
It is fucking rough, dude. 90% of you will rock up and you will be in a hostel. My advice would be do anything you possibly can. Suck dick, sell drugs, do whatever to not be in that fucking hostel, mate. I'm telling you, it is rough. I've only had the pleasure of visiting them, and whatever sniff your armpit right now, because that will be your fucking circumference smell for the rest of the fucking trip. It is not cool. There's 6 dudes living in a fucking hostel. It is gross, mate. It is not good.
Try one of those 14-man rooms.
Oh,
where they're just
no.
There's people that don't shower. Shout outs to them. It's just disgusting. It just smells of feet and wet clothing. Because people just go to the hill and then they just bring their wet clothing home and then they just hang it, and it's in a room of 8 people, and it's Canada, so you don't open windows. And
what people don't realize, right, is when the weird thing about coming to these towns is everyone's from somewhere, right? But you've also got to remember a lot of these people came alone. Mm-hmm. They've got no one with them giving you any precursor of fucking Kian's a gross kind of this and that. They might just be a fucking weirdo. They might have no fucking friends at home. They might be just some fucking creeper, dude. And now you're sleeping next to that cunt. And he doesn't have anyone to hold him accountable anymore. He's like just let free, dude. He's got a past. And you've just got to deal with these people. And so not everyone's going to be fucking cool. No. And you will be living with some fucking feral dude that's vomiting on his own dick and fucking saying some horrific shit. And you're like, oh my God, this is my fucking cellmate, essentially.
You'll just have like a girl that like, you'll just wake up and she's just crying.
Like
no context, and you're just like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah.
I just miss home. And you're like, what the fuck?
Fuck, dude, I gotta
It's
go
just
back
like-
to sleep now.
It's a loony bin, and what I'm getting at is just like, be prepared. Have some realistic expectations when you get here.
No, don't have realistic. Have low expectations.
Yeah, have real low ones.
Because, like, trying to find accommodation. What I would suggest to anyone coming, come over to Banff with a job and accommodation lined up, with the intention of not actually keeping that job, but just using that accommodation to find somewhere that you actually want to live.
That is actually very good advice. Because it's, yeah, dude, like, it's so not sold to you as to what it actually is. Like, don't get me wrong, some of the fun of it is the whole slumming it and figuring it the fuck out. Like, it is fun. But there is a point where you're like, nah, I can't. Like, this
is
ain't
not
it.
cool. Like, I'm living underneath a table.
On $16 an hour.
I've got sheets as my walls.
Yeah, that are now covered in vomit from the bitch upstairs.
Yeah,
like it's not ideal by any means.
I sleep next to a snowboard in a closet, like, and I'm paying $7,000 a month. Like,
and I'd say honestly, the best way to sort yourself out, just be a fucking legend, mate. I've had none of these issues whatsoever. It's just the fucking loser scum that come over here.
No, he's telling a lie because he had 2 friends that helped him.
I did, yeah, for sure. However, never slept in a hostel because I'm fucking sick, dude. But yeah, dude, vomiting. Like, I remember we went on a rugby tour. It wasn't really a rugby tour, so I play for the University of Queensland back home, and then we were playing Bond University, which is the Gold Coast. So we decided one time to fuck it off, and like after the game, instead of going back to Brizzy, let's just stay in a hostel on the Gold Coast and go out on the Goldie together. Bit of team bonding.
Yep.
And we're all like preying at the fucking hostel bar, and this place is just like not accustomed to having like 30 big fucking rugby blokes that are like trained to drink. And we had this big Irish guy, name was Sam, and he was punching, like, I don't know what went into him, but I could kind of put the fucking pieces together after the aftermath, and it had to have been Guinness and rum and coke. Like, it was black, dude. Anyway, we were about to go out, and we went into our dorms, like our respective dorms, to kind of go get ready and head out, and everyone's like off their lid. Walk into our hostel room, and it is the worst fucked up smell like you've ever smelled in your life.
It like hits you.
I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? Walk in, look to my left, bottom bunk's right next to the door. Big Irish fuck. Like, this dude's like 6'5", 130 kilos. Red hair, like just gigantic Ed Sheeran. And he's like in the bed, and he is from fucking hairline to nipples covered in like black tar, dude. And basically, like, what's happened is, like, I was like the detective on the scene, like NCIS. I'm like, okay, we've got splatters on the wall here, fucking this and that. We've got a knife at the bottom. But he like literally must have gone down. He's laid in bed, and he's vomited up, like directly up like a fountain, and it's gone like vom straight. There's no other way it could have gone, you know? And he's just like lying there, mosaic, covered in fucking black tar, fucking vom. And bro, we like woke him up, and the funniest shit was, it was like, if you could imagine, his like eyes are closed and it's up like black all over, and then he goes like, opens them, and it's the first time you can see like color on his face, like his white eyes like protruded through the black vomit.
He's like a coal miner.
Like fucking waking up going, what the fuck? So yeah, hostels in general are just gross places to be.
But like, when you do come over here, if
be ready.
If you're thinking, or like just traveling in general, be prepared.
Be prepared. Yeah, I thought you fucking had a stroke there.
I just wanted like, because I'm having flashbacks.
Dramatic.
I'm having flashbacks. It's not fun, man. Like, you're sharing a room with
helicopters,
like 8 people. Like, it's not cool.
Yeah, not cool. Speaking of not cool, I wanted to call out your co-worker, actually. This is a bit of Banff happenings. This was about 6 or 7 months ago. So I go to the movies. And Kian already knows like what I'm talking about here. But me and my friend Sonia, we go to the movies. Tuesday nights, here's Cheap Tuesday. You get $7 movie tickets. It's a great fucking night out. And it's like a super old, like rustic sort of cinema, which I find like it's nice. Go there to go see John Wick 4. And I'm fucking pumped. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm about to watch John Wick armbar dudes and avoid bullets somehow for fucking 4 hours. I can't wait. And I get in there. And I think there should be a fucking ban. This is actually, you know what? This is my backup balloons. You shouldn't be allowed to sell alcohol in the cinema. If you do, it can only be like champagne or something classy. Because in the Banff cinema, they allow you to buy beers like it's a fucking rugby game and it's a joke, dude. So I've got these 2 pricks sitting behind me in John Wick 4, kicking my seat like they're 4 fucking years old and just talking at the volume I'm talking right now. Not a lie. Like, you know when sometimes you're in a movie and there's people behind you going like, oh yeah, like look at that. That's fucking like Leonardo DiCaprio. Did you know? And you're like, that's annoying. No, this dude's like, talking this loud, drops his beer, spills it all under my seat, like all over my shoes and shit. And then when he's talking, right, like he'll be commentating John Wick. But this will be like the example. The movie's on. This is how loud he'd be. Oh, bro, as if you would do that, bro. If I was John Wick there, I would have like turned the corner and I would have shot him in the head like right there. And his stupid mate's like, oh yeah, you're not fucking wrong there, Dan. I'm just sitting there going like, boiling, dude, boiling. And so, you know what? I'm like, fuck this. This actually is not cool anymore. About hour and a half into the 3 fucking hour movie, I turn around and I'm like, boys, let's keep it down. I like kept it chill. I was like, keep it down. And they're like, you don't own the cinema, bro. Like, we're allowed to do whatever we want. And I was like, no, you're not. You're not allowed to fucking do that, cunt, because we have an unspoken agreement that we all want to fucking chill and watch this movie. You can't be that dude that gets to determine, like, all this crap. Anyway, dude continues on. I get into another fight with him. Now I'm, like, proper angry. Now he's proper angry with me as though he's, like, not in the wrong, but he's standing his ground, which I can respect. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. And so then I'm like, you know what? Let's just boil this down to you are now my mortal enemy. And I will do something to you at some point in this life that will inconvenience you in a fucking horrible way. I'm looking for this dude. I'm telling everyone everything. I'm whinging about him for like 2 or 3 weeks. I go to Kian's work and I put my fucking beers down on the counter and I like look up and I look at him. He doesn't realize who I am, but I fucking know who he is. And I'm like, it's you. I found you, bitch. Like, fucking better be looking over your shoulder for the next year, dude. And now I've got eyes on the dude. And I'm sure he's actually a really good dude. He's really nice and shit. I hate him. No, I hate him so fucking much just for the principle of that shit show of a fucking film sesh. And I don't know, like a backup balloons, I guess, is beers? Are you allowed to fucking be a drunk prick in a movie theater?
It's no.
It's a no. It's a no. And but I
really love that it happened to you.
Yeah, dude. I love my movies, dude. I love my movies. But I guess even a better question, it's like sort of what we were talking about last week with the whole like, can you lean back on a bus on trips less than an hour? And the answer is no. My thing is, should cinemas preempt this and not sell beers? Beers is a weird fucking thing to do whilst watching a movie. Like, even if you're at home, who the fuck has a beer and watches like a movie? I get sport, everything like that. That's cool. It's a vocal thing. You're allowed to talk. But a movie? Yeah, fuck out of here with the beers, dude. Even if you come to my house and you're like, let's have a movie night and you bring over a 6-pack, fucking better be a 6-pack of fucking DCs, mate. Some Diet Cokes, cunt, because I ain't fucking having a beer with you whilst I'm trying to watch fucking The Notebook.
I don't, because I feel like beer just involves talking.
Oh, like, beer involves rowdiness and excitement.
It's literally called a social lubricator.
Yes, dude. And these
everything's
cunts,
easier.
your mates were fucking lubricated up, dude. They were fucking Jiffy Lube, dude. They were fucking
A little
outrageous.
Add on to the story. I don't know if I've ever told you this. So they came into the store after.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was just like having a like quiet chat to like my friend, and then the dude in front of me like full fucking stood up and had a go at me, and I was like, chill out, man.
Oh, bro. So, like, this was like the fucking, the nail in the coffin, bro. The nail in the coffin was after I'd told him to shut up twice, he's holding like 2 beers and goes like, oh, fuck, and like drops them. They both roll on the fully full, and like the cinema's on us, like a downward slant, and just goes all over our shit, like all under us and stuff.
He did that on purpose.
Oh, bro.
He did that on purpose.
I want to break his neck. I hate him so much.
He did that on purpose.
So yeah, I guess that's myth busted for.
I would say, honestly, it's a no, because like, for instance, back home in Australia, it would be weird as to see like Coronas being sold at like Chermside cinemas.
But what I can understand is like if you're in gold class,
when you're in gold class, it's different though,
and you get like a champagne
because
or something.
You've got
that's classy.
but you've got a recliner.
You got a recliner,
And,
yeah.
You can really get into your work there. But what I don't want is to be upright drinking 4X Gold.
No,
Or,
with
like,
popcorn,
drinking-
you
Yeah.
fucking sick fuck.
No, like pills, like drinking pilsners.
It's like the movies are the movies. Just let it be what it fucking is, dude.
It's frozen Cokes and Maltesers.
Oh, all
do you know what I
day,
mean? Like
baby.
that's your options. You don't fuck around. Like I'll let a milkshake slide. I'll let a
Yeah,
milkshake
yeah.
slide.
Oh, mate,
Like,
yeah. Like if it's yum,
Like
that's what it's time for, dude. I don't want a beer and popcorn, you fucking feral alco. Get your life together. If you're eating fucking popcorn and drinking beer together,
it's a weird combination.
you
dude.
fucking
It's a
need to
weird-
check yourself, dude.
It's
Don't ruin John Wick 4, dude.
Strictly-
It's a long movie.
frozen Coke or nothing. Dude.
Frozen Coke will fuck off. Anyway, we should tone it down a little bit. There's actually, I'm trying to think what would be better to kind of cap this off. Okay, yeah, no, I've got something. I'd say it's such is life. Such is life. It's something that I think a lot of people would have to go through every day at their workplace. But for what I found out right there, we don't necessarily have a staff toilet at work. It's sort of unspoken that the staff use the disabled toilet whenever it's free, and you quickly like run in, chuck a piss, and get out. You know what I mean? You're not hanging in there fucking dropping deuces and shit, because it's not good to see your server post-poo handling your pasta, you know? So it's not ideal. Anyway, my qualm that keeps happening in life at the moment is I'll go in to, sometimes I'll use the bathroom as just like a little hiding place. Like I'm fucking getting slammed, bro, and I just need to like have fucking 1 minute of just like silence, and just I won't even like go in there and piss. I'll just like kind of stand over the sink like I'm fucking just lost 50.
Vietnam.
Like I just lost 50 grand in a bed, and I'm like, oh, like uncut gem shit, dude. And I'm like, fuck. I'm sitting in there. But what's happened a couple of times now over the last couple of weeks is I'll walk in just to kind of escape for a sec. I'll walk in and there's already piss on the seat. And so now I'm like,
You're the
if I
pissy
walk
seat guy.
out, everyone's now it's my piss.
yeah.
So now every time I've done this maybe 6 times in the last 2 weeks, I've just been cleaning up other dudes' piss, dude. And it's horseshit, bro. Because I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I'm gonna clean up old mate's piss. Because if not, I'll get blamed for said piss. And there's no proof or other way around. It's the best thing to do is just to absolve any crime in general. But the worst thing is that leads me to fucking clean up some dude's pubes and piss.
Yeah.
It's horseshit, dude.
That's like really big dick energy of the guy in front of you not to clean. Like, not
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I mean, when you're a customer,
you don't give a fuck.
you don't give a fuck, dude.
And that's fair enough.
There's some places, like, think about back in Brizzy, dude. I'd go to bars and shit where people would just
Piss everywhere.
piss on the fucking
Like on
toilet roll.
No, like on the mirror.
Yeah, dude.
Just like-
People piss on the toilet roll just so you can't, just to fuck the guy over.
On
Like-
the fucking door handle, there's like fucking dripping with piss, and you're like, oh.
I would say it's. Do you have something to say, dude? Anyway, the fucking what I would say is like the one thing that I think is a PSA for dudes. We need to collect it, like, because you think about it, right? Like, girls' toilets are always pretty nice for the grand. Like, don't get me wrong, there's nightclubs where it's
The night
fucking
clubs,
zoo.
that's like a different thing.
Yeah. But like for the most part, like a ladies' toilet will be like genuinely cleaner, nicer to be with there, like whatever.
It doesn't have as much of a smell.
Men's is almost traditionally always 24/7 fucked.
Mm-hmm.
We as men should collectively come together to make a nice piss and shit spot for us, you know? Like we all want a clean toilet to take a shit in.
I don't
like,
even think it needs to be nice. I think it just needs to be like regular.
Yeah. Just give us normal at this point. Because dudes have this like vendetta with
Clean
toilets, dude. They're just like, let's piss everywhere, bro. Let's fucking do the most diabolical shit in there. And now you've ruined it for everyone else.
Yeah, dude.
Because like I am a big public pooer. I've pooed in every establishment in Banff. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah?
I like the Elkin Oarsman, the bar down the road doesn't even have a lock on the door. I'm doing these ones. I'm doing the Heisman Trophy poo, dude. I'm constantly stiff arming the door, bro. I don't care about the security of it. I'm shitting wherever God intended. But when there's fucking piss all over the toilet seat, bro, like
if the toilet roll is right hand, door right hand, are you doing left hand hold, right hand, or are you doing boom?
I'm going arm closest to door.
Or are you doing knee? Or are you putting knee to
Nah, I'm going arm closest to, and then I might even just let the door hover while I wipe. I might even whilst the coast is clear, both hands off, and just let it feel like it's a saloon, dude, and these things can just open up and down whenever.
Living life on the edge, baby.
That's
Living
it,
life
dude.
on the edge, one poo at a time.
One poo at a time. Who knows what's going to happen next, but
I don't know how you do that. That's like inhumane to me to like poo. Like other than
my little brother never shot at school.
Yeah, no, like I like can understand that, but Jesus, man, like just to poo like at any like establishment, even around this town, gross, man. Like those toilets are disgusting. Like, have you pooed at the Dancing Sasquatch?
Yes. Dude, name a place. I've pooed there, dude. Like it's a regular thing for me, dude. I'm pooing
like busy and all.
Don't care, bro. Don't care. I'm
stinking out the toilet.
It's other dudes. I'm sweet. Like I'm not shitting at every chick's house I've ever been to, but I'm fucking dude. But
what about airport?
Full secret time. Actually, I've got. I forgot about this. So,
would you poo?
I'm a free pooer. I'm a freelance pooer. I'll poo wherever you need me. As soon as it starts to get around chicks, then I get super like insecure and freaked out about it. I went on this holiday a couple of years ago and we were staying at the coast. We had this Airbnb sick house and I was going with a friend and her friends are all fucking just dime pieces, dude. So out of my league, I'm just lucky to be there for the weekend. I'm ready to be a handbag, you know? Just take me around with you and I'll fucking be happy. Anyway, I'm like drinking beers like it's going out of fashion, dude. I know the poo that's coming is going to be
diabolical.
Like fucking Chernobyl, dude. It's going to fucking burn through the porcelain. And I'm like terrified and I know this poo's coming and we're talking like a day here, like 24 hours of like stress because there's no way I can go. We didn't leave the place, nothing. There's birds like just walking around the house like everywhere. No one's like outside for like 2 hours and I can duck in. It's like, anyway, gets like 5 o'clock. I found my window and I'm like.
AM or PM?
PM.
PM.
And I'm like, I found my window. I'm going to go in. Go into the bathroom. Literally, like, as I close the door, I'm like trembling, dude. Pants down. Hear like 4 chicks outside the door.
No.
I go butthole tight. And I'm like, I got to get out of here.
Shut the door. Shut the door.
I shut the door before any riders came out. And I was like, okay, what do I do? Like, I was like so insecure. Like, I was just like, these hot chicks, if they smell this shit, like, I'm never, like, I'm done. And so I'm like, fuck. So there's this huge park across the road. And I'm like, so I'm also really drunk at this point. So I'm like, fuck it, bro. It's like dusk. And I like run out the front door. Like no one sees me. I'm like, boom. And I'm just like legging it, dude, across the park. There's all these houses, people having like beers on their decks, like kind of like looking at me. I must be like 300 meters away. And they're just seeing me like run, bro. And I run like all the way into the fucking bush. And then like just unleash in the fucking bush. And I looked like,
Wait, you didn't, there was no toilet block? You pooed in the bush.
No, I ran to nature, dude. I was like, I was like so embarrassed, bro, that I had to go. And like, I ran, bro.
Did you take toilet paper with you?
No, I don't. So, dude, I look like at this point, bro. At this point, I look like, you know, when you like look at a dog that's shitting and like the dog's like fucking, I know it's fucked, I know it's fucked, I just fucking look after me, like that's like,
they do that hunch with them.
yeah, dude, that was me in the bush, bro. Like, and then I'm like, okay, now the poo's like out. Now we're only dealing with arse, but like I didn't think that far ahead, no TP. So then I'm doing.
Oh, not the fucking busted cowboy.
Yeah, the fucking marching of the penguins, dude. Fucking all the way back to the house.
The McGregor
fucking. And then get back to the house and just deal with the wipe and shit after, you know, because I can always change
walked
pants.
around with a shitty bum for 300 meters.
Yeah. You telling me you haven't gone longer than 300 meters, dude?
Ever in my life.
You never shit yourself?
I've shit myself for sure.
Yeah, well then, there you go.
Right, one time, this is just like a poo story now.
We're talking about poo. Fuck it. I love poo.
I was down in Melbourne, had a massive night, and then my mum had flown down from Brisbane to Melbourne to come see me and to see my auntie. I'm staying at like a college dorm sort of situation. Get to the front gates of this college, and like the boarding house is like 200, 300 meters back. So basically I have done the exact same thing, but I felt like grumblings in my like tummy. I get to like the front gate to like like a fob key to like swipe out to leave. And I was like, oh fuck, my like laces are undone. Bent down to like tie my shoes, pushed out a fart, just shit my pants. And then
tying your shoes and shitting is like the biggest like go down.
So not only that, then I'm like, oh fuck, I can't go see my mum with poo in my pants. So I walk back to like the college, and everyone's like, I just didn't say anything, and then walked back in the shower.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
And everyone's like, I thought you were leaving, Ken. Like, what's going on? I'm like, oh man, like it's so hot out there. I just needed another shower before I left.
Yeah, good call. It's like, do you ever watch Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide?
No.
Fucking old Nickelodeon show where he gives advice just like to kids about general shit. And that's one that he'd always say, like, if you're real sweaty and like you're always sweating and shit, just say you join the swim team. There you go, boys. And with that, that's our episode right there. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Kian and Connor, TikTok, Kian and Connor, all things Kian and Connor. You'll be able to find us. We've got another episode coming in next week. Get ready, get loud, get crazy, get weird, because we're going hard, baby. Fucking new episode coming soon, and we'll have a bunch more shit to talk about with ya.
See you later, guys.
Fucking peace.